A woman had just walked into the underground garage when all the lights suddenly went out. She held up her phone to illuminate the area and groped forward, but she accidentally fell to the ground. As she picked up her phone, a man suddenly appeared behind her and quickly covered her mouth and nose with a towel wrapped in anesthetic. Today I'm going to talk to everyone about an American thriller called Garage Shock. On Christmas Eve, the heroine, who had just finished work, was preparing to drive to her sister's house to celebrate Christmas. Unfortunately, her beloved car would not start no matter what. In desperation, the heroine took her Christmas gifts and planned to go out to take a taxi, but unexpectedly, the door to the elevator was also locked. She had no choice but to go to the duty room of the parking lot guard for help. Seeing the heroine's arrival, the hero seemed very enthusiastic and took the initiative to ask for help to help the heroine fix the car. But the two of them tinkered with it for a long time but could not fix it. The hero used the access card to help the heroine open the door. After that, the heroine came to the lobby on the first floor with her bags. She called a taxi with her mobile phone. After a while, the taxi drove to the door. But what made the heroine angry was that the door of the lobby was also locked. However, this did not stop the heroine. She suddenly had an idea and decided to go out from the garage door. But unfortunately, the garage door was also locked tightly. She watched the taxi. The heroine was furious when she left. At this moment, the lights in the garage went out with a clang. The heroine held her phone and went forward into the vortex. She accidentally fell on her head. When she just picked up the phone from the ground, the hero covered her mouth and nose with a towel that had been stripped of anesthetic. The heroine soon passed out. When she woke up, she saw the hero squatting in front of her. She wanted to take the opportunity to escape, but she didn't expect that her ankle was tied with an iron chain. There was red wine and roses on the table. There was a Rowena holding a stick at the door, staring at her. The hero, dressed in a Santa Claus costume, was full of enthusiasm for the heroine. The heroine asked the hero what his intentions were. The hero avoided the question, and she answered irrelevantly. He kept talking to the heroine about this and that to get some sweets. The heroine realized that forcing her would definitely not work, so she started to flatter the hero, hoping that he would let her go, but the hero didn't buy it at all. The heroine's plan failed. The second plan was to threaten the hero, saying that her boyfriend would be arriving soon. But the hero didn't seem to care at all. It turned out that the hero had known the heroine's background very well. Not only did he know that the heroine had no boyfriend, but he also knew the situation of every family member in the heroine's family. In order to prevent any complications, the hero forced the heroine to call her family and asked her to lie that she couldn't celebrate the holidays with them because of something. Then the hero took out the Christmas gift he had carefully prepared for the heroine. The heroine opened the box and saw that it was a videotape. The content on the videotape was a scene of one of the heroine's colleagues molesting the heroine in the elevator. The hero opened the chain on the heroine's ankle and planned to take the heroine out. Taking this opportunity, the heroine launched a surprise attack on the hero, but the difference in fighting power between the two sides was too great. The heroine was soon controlled by the hero again. The hero drove the car and pulled. The heroine came to the garage on the lower floor and saw that the male colleague who had molested her before had been kidnapped by the hero. The hero said that this was his Christmas gift to the heroine and asked the heroine to take a baton to teach the male colleague a lesson, but the heroine refused. The hero got out of the car and decided to take revenge for his holy goddess himself. He quickly beat the heroine's male colleague to death and then drove the car to hit the male colleague to death. The heroine took the opportunity to open the car door and jumped out, but all the exits of the underground garage had been locked by the hero. While the hero was cleaning up the scene, the heroine ran back to the duty room to get her mobile phone and planned to call the police. But unfortunately, there was no signal here. She ran to the entrance and exit of the garage and shouted for help, but there was no one outside on Christmas Eve. The heroine finally ran into the elevator with the hero's access card, but the elevator floor was locked. She wanted to go back. The first floor lobby was impossible. The heroine used the emergency call device in the elevator to call for help outside, but the person she was talking to was actually the hero. Although the occasion and atmosphere were not appropriate, the hero still boldly expressed his love to the heroine, which made the heroine upset. The hero saw that the heroine had been unwilling to come out of the elevator, so he began to pour water into the elevator. At this time, a person suddenly fell from above. It turned out that the person on duty in the first floor lobby was also killed by the hero. In the end, the heroine could not bear it anymore and had to open the elevator door. The heroine was forced to return to the underground garage again and hide under the car, but her whereabouts were soon discovered by the hero. The heroine had to drag her tired body to escape again. The hero was not in a hurry, because this was his territory that night. He knew that the heroine could not escape. As a perverted hero, he was in the duty room. Yin Hang Gaoja expressed his love to the heroine through the small loudspeaker in the underground garage, but the heroine was unmoved. He smashed the glass, took out the fire axe, and destroyed all the cameras in the garage. Then the heroine quietly went to the duty room and planned to give the hero a cold shower. When she walked into the duty room, she suddenly saw from the surveillance camera that 2 police officers came to the garage door. The heroine hurriedly called out loudly. At this time, the hero suddenly appeared behind her and electrocuted her. The hero washed his face, changed his clothes, and went to the garage door to warmly greet the 2 police officers. The police drove around the garage and then left. The heroine, who was electrocuted by the hero and hid in the trunk of the car, finally escaped and was about to call the police. But in the end, she was run over by a dog and was one step too late. Judging from the current situation, the police could not be relied on. The hero let go of the vicious dog and ran over the heroine, leaving her breathless. The angry heroine gathered her wits and smashed the car window to hide inside. The Rottweiler smelled the scent and chased after her. The heroine bit her with a grunt. The heroine also risked her life and tried her best to kill the vicious dog. The heroine pried open the door of the car rental company's office and picked up the phone to call the police. Unfortunately, 911 was blinded. The heroine pried open the cabinet and took out a bunch of car keys, then used tools to unlock the handcuffs. The hero saw that his dog was killed and was so angry that he cursed the heroine for being inhumane and not even harming such a cute dog. The hero realized that the heroine was hiding in the house through the handprints on the door. When the hero walked into the office, 911 was no longer busy. The hero put down the phone and began to look for the heroine in the house. The heroine's chance to fight back finally came. She first sprayed the spray on the hero's face, then took the opportunity to run to the garage and use the remote control to find a car that could be driven. After many attempts, after trying, she finally found a car. The heroine was driving like a frantic fugitive. Just when she was about to break through the garage door, the hero arrived in time and knocked the heroine's car to the side. However, the heroine did not give up. After she came to her senses, she continued to look for another exit. Finally, the two met face to face on a narrow road. Whoever was cowardly would be the loser. Although the hero was a pervert, he finally dodged in order not to hurt his goddess. However, the heroine was not up to the task. Due to excessive haste, she overturned the car. The hero got out of the car to check the situation. Unexpectedly, the heroine was blown up. She suddenly attacked the hero. The heroine pushed the hero against the car and ignited the exposed gasoline with an electric machine. Although the film only has two main characters, both of them are veteran actors. Combined with the compact structure and rich plot, the whole film is quite good to watch.